As the curtain rises on Act 1 of Les Misérables, the angry vocal chanting, the repeated sounds of sledges striking rock, and the grunts of prisoners immerse the audience in an arena of pain which pulses like the back-and-forth motions of a caged animal. If we are attentive, we recognize in the agony of the chain gang a distinctive emptiness, one which is accentuated by two phrases, "You're here until you die," and "You're standing in your grave." One is exposed immediately to a litany of torture as different members of the tormented group contribute to the chorus of lost hope and unheard prayer. The men are reduced to numbers and, in effect, dehumanized. The sun may be strong, but it brings no light, only sweat and exhaustion in an arid place without refreshment. Correspondingly, in the novel, Hugo summarizes the plight of the convict, though he speaks explicitly of Jean Valjean. Again he felt he had been robbed. Society had robbed him wholesale of a part of his savings. Now it was the turn of the individual to rob him in detail. Release, he discovered, was not deliverance. A man may leave prison, but he is still condemned. The journeys of those in the chain gang appear to have led to hell without the possibility of redemption. I use the word appear because what will transpire with Jean Valjean will affirm Hugo's contention that God has not forsaken the prisoners, that he does care, that while some are quite literally standing in their grave, it is not a grave for the soul. On the stage, Jean Valjean steps forth from the mass of prisoners, a group so faceless that they are mere grotesques, emblematic of the outcast. In spite of his attempt to recapture his name, "My name is Jean Valjean," he remains just a number to Javert, a cipher defined objectively by his past acts as a thief. He was released in October 1815 after being imprisoned in 1796 for having broken a window pane and stolen a loaf of bread. In the musical, the strident tones of Javert intrude on any sense that Valjean might have that he's free. Valjean: "Yes, that means I'm free." Javert: "No, you are a thief." Valjean: "I stole a loaf of bread." Javert: "You robbed a house." Valjean: "I broke a window pane." The chords struck here reappear throughout the musical whenever the two antagonists face each other, and while Jean Valjean will learn to tune his heart to the true source of all music and harmony, Javert will remain forever discordant. By identifying these protagonists musically, Kretzmer, Boublil, and Schoenberg are following a dramatic tradition set by Wagner in his operas. In the figure of Valjean there resides an as yet undiscovered and undefined self that will slowly guide his soul toward the true light, while in Javert that self is so rigidly understood that it will become impossible for it to be transformed, and it will issue in suicide. For now, Valjean's life has been reduced solely to moments of alienation from society, moments which are made even more terrible when they are accented by his participation in the belief of the prisoners that they have been abandoned by God. Such a perception is made even more emphatic by Javert's eyes, which are those of a judge who distances himself from what is human and regards those before him with disgust, and by his use of a baton across the chest and under the chin of 24601, an image of authoritarian contempt that reviles what it sees before him. While one has not yet been introduced in the musical to the operations of grace, forgiveness, and love, one is aware immediately of the power of such misdirected passion, such intense commitment to the letter of the law, which merely counts offenses and starves, scorches, and scars the miscreants emotionally, physically, and psychologically, until they learn the meaning of the law.